Hey guys, we're going to be going back for a cheaper clear on the War Vision or the War Machine of Visionary Magic. Level 3, it's a machine. We're going to be doing all missions and we're going to not be taking a friend, but just like the previous budget video I did, you're supposed to take a strong carry friend for you. And we're going to be using Duane as our demonstration yet again. 2 party slots empty, can fill them with whatever you want. All you really need is someone to break the boss, someone to cover the boss. Omni cover makes it very simple. So we're going to be taking Esther, and then preferably a machine killer. Kaito can do machine killer, but Creole does machine killer even better, so we're going to use her. But there's no turn count mission, so if you don't have someone to buff as high as Creole, you can definitely do a slower clear, not that big a deal. Okay, so this boss does have permanent magic immunity, so any kind of real mages will not work. We're going to use Kaito to just do his LB to break the boss. We'll use Creole to, let's actually have Creole do, let's do Shelga, as well as a machine killer, not that one, a machine killer on our Duane. Let's have Esther do Omni cover, her mitigation, and then energizing Bunny. And then Duane on this turn will fire imbue and then just hit the boss twice. Okay, so there's going to be a little bit of RNG involved. If the boss does his single target stop on someone not immune on turn 1, we just reset. The boss did not use stop on turn 1. The only person I think not immune is Duane. It does ignore provoke, but as long as you don't get stopped on turn 1, you're good to go. So Esther will now buff stop immunity from Lakshmi. So now we're good for that. Creole can go ahead and use her LB. Kaito is going to use crashing waves this turn. That'll be an automatic dispel next turn. And then Duane can use his LB, which is a tag chain, and it'll put up the sword in peril for us. So on this turn, the boss is going to put up a 100% self-defense buff, but it can be dispelled. So as you can see here, defense buff, but Kaito will automatically dispel it next turn. So very simple here. And then crashing waves, defense buff, gone. You could also use things like Ash to counterattack and dispel it, stuff like that. Or just use magical damage dealers like Ibarra. Just don't use, mages like Dark Rain. Okay, so this turn, Creole can just go ahead and do Machine Killer on Duane again, and we'll refresh that Shelga. Kaito can just LB again, and we can just refresh Stop Immunity with Esther. Not really a whole lot going on right now. And then Duane can 150 Amplify, and then just hit the boss twice. And I think you guys know what's going to happen next turn. Next turn, we're going to be doing his Atonement and probably finishing off the fight. So some more attacks. We don't really care. We're evading our Omni cover tank. Any kind of magic gets handled. There's the single target. Oh my god. I forgot about Paralyze immunity. Thankfully, Creole can fix that. I think Creole can I think Creole can cure Paralyze. I forgot about Paralyze immunity. Please tell me you do have a Sunica. Okay, so we cure the Paralyze, and we'll just, I don't know, fill her LB gauge. It's already filled, whatever. Anyway, so there we go. Let's go ahead and Atonement, and we'll go ahead and use Esther to LB first, just to refresh in case we don't kill the boss. Let's Kaito LB again to break, but we're going to win right here. So the boss is not defense buffed. Okay, so there's the Atonement, and that should be the end of the boss. If not, we'll kill it next turn. No big deal. It's actually not the end of the boss. Well, he's bulkier than I expected. There's the defense buff again. So I think the Crashing Waves is gone at this point. Yeah, no Crashing Waves. So we'll just use Kaito to normal attack. And as you can see, normal attack is a perfect dispel on Kaito's shifted form. Don't normal attack the base form. The base form is a complete dispel. Only the shift is a perfect dispel. 1 turn left on Sword in Peril, so I can either let's go ahead and fire imbue. Actually, let's just triple bolt in this turn. Esther, and it's a good thing, like I said, that we did the LB last turn. So we can have Creo do this, we'll do this, and we can just guard Esther, because whatever. Okay, no big deal, no big deal, like I said. We can take as long as we need. There's no turn count here, so just keep it going. And we got paralyzed again, whoops. Not that it's a big a deal, Creo can cure it, but sure. Okay, so defense buff, there's an attack buff, don't really care, we're evading anyway. Esther, I gave her way too much counterattack gear. So again, this fight is not super hard if you're using an Omni cover tank. So let's go ahead and Machine Killer again, and let's go ahead and take away that Paralyze, because whoops. And we can just triple, we can imbue and whoops. Imbue and double bolting, and that's probably going to be the end of the boss right there. There it is. So we got our all mission clear with 1 DPS carry. Not the quickest clear, but it doesn't matter because there's no turn count mission. We didn't use any items, we didn't use any KOs, and no continues. So there it is. So Kaito, his gear, kind of irrelevant, honestly. Just, you know, status immunity, and then a lot of LB fill, and that's kind of it. Whatever. Creo, again, just a bunch of LB fill, 1000% of fill rate, just because I can use LBs, but really, it doesn't matter. And then Esther, so we're using counterattacks to keep her LB gauge filled for the Omni covering. Other than that, just Spirit. I mean, she took like, what, 100 damage this fight, so it's literally whatever. There's the setup, you know, a bulk card. She is so much more bulky than we need to be as long as you break the boss. If you saw my first video, I forgot to break the boss, and we took a ton of damage. As long as you break the boss, the damage is very low. And then our Duane is geared very well. We went in, you know, high for Machine Killer. There it is. Maxed on literally everything. Maxed LB, max machine, I think. LB, yep, maxed on everything. And there we go. You know, carry unit. If you have a friend, a better geared friend, you'll be great there. If it takes you an extra 5 turns, it doesn't matter. These 2 fights are not really that big a deal, honestly. Just bring a tank and you're good to go. If you don't have Esther, Chow is a great Omni cover tank. And honestly speaking, if you don't have any Omni cover tanks at all, just like use Mirage and a magical cover tank and you'll be fine for the most part. And there it is. All done. Okay. So the Physalis Crown fight, I'm gonna do that tomorrow. Today, I'm gonna do something else, and then tomorrow I'll go back to the Physalis Crown fight and do or attempt a slightly cheaper clear. But anyway, I will see you then.